Sam Bassett. I'm the Digital Care Innovation Lead at Suffolk County Council. So about 4 or 5 years ago, I was asked to draft a strategy around care technology, and my background wasn't in care tech, it was actually in digital strategy. And I kind of evaluated what the offer looked like and recognised actually what we had and what was out there is not great and we could do better. So I drafted a strategy around that and implemented it.
I'm Claire Morris, I'm the Chief Executive of Rethink Partners. We are a health and care transformation agency. We work with councils and the NHS to basically disrupt and help them improve services to citizens, patients, service users.
I'm Helen Bowie, I'm the CEO of Alcove, and we are the prime contractor for the Cassius service. And what that means is we provide all of the service wraparound, including sourcing technology, managing technology in terms of its storage, prepping it so it's out in the field and ready to go for our installers. We have installers all around the county in Suffolk, and we effectively then manage the ability of the family and friends and the users to get the best out of their technology.
We wanted it to be digital by default, so that was a really important thing. We recognised that we're going through an analogue to digital switchover, and a lot of traditional assistive technology or care technology is predicated on analogue connectivity. So we wanted it to be digital by default and gain all of the benefits of digital, so have a data-led approach, have good connectivity and resilience around that, and also to emulate what people would be accessing in their everyday lives, so normal consumer-grade tech, and to be agile, to be able to integrate different solutions and opportunities as they presented. So recognising that the technology and digital sectors are really fast paced and there's lots of cool stuff happening all of the time. So we wanted to be able to adapt our service to reflect that, not to have a single offer or something proprietary that we couldn't innovate on. And the digital opportunity leads into lots of good efficiencies and opportunities with data. So to use data from devices or about the service to give people better outcomes and to support us as a business. We wanted it to be part of our core social work practice model. So we want social workers, occupational therapists and practitioners just to think about it as a way to give somebody the best outcome, to help them to live independently, and part of the kind of suite of tools that they would use to do that. So we want them to all have an appreciation and understanding of care technology.
My name's Annabelle Cook. I'm a digital practice lead on the Cassius project, and my role in Suffolk County Council is to support practitioners to use Cassius and digital care. We work with partners and the care market by supporting them to understand and use Cassius digital care. We support them by showing them the digital care that we have on offer and supporting them with case studies of how they could use that digital care to both support people and also free up their capacity in the care market.
So my name is Georgia Chimbani, and I'm the Director for Adult and Community Services. And the journey we've been over in the last 18 months is people now recognize how important digital care is, and how much it can enhance our current way of working, and how much it can, particularly for the NHS, unlock capacity.
The process of referral for our service is that all practitioners undergo mandatory training, so they have to go on a training course to understand how to refer, what gives good outcomes, how it aligns with social work practice, and that is a half-day theory around social work practice and referral, and then a half-day practical immersion, and that's really important to get people to see the stuff, to see the things and to understand it. So that gives them a good foundation around what's available and what might meet some of the needs for people that they're working with. And then they have a network of champions in the business. So we have Cassius champions for our service, and that's that peer-to-peer kind of network, which is really useful for us to support the culture change piece and to give people a friendly face, a colleague to help them to understand what they might refer for. And then there are a huge amount of different resources and collateral which we use. You know, we've got our website, we've got a really active Yammer community, all of these different things that people can rely on to get a better understanding around what the right solution for somebody's needs might be. And then ultimately, they can speak to Alcove as well and get some technical expertise around functions, around the specifics of how it might fit into somebody's home environment, for example.
The adults that we support always say that Cassius has helped them. We get loads of really, really good feedback. We often have people say that actually they can't live without Cassius now, and it's actually really changed their lives for the better.
My name's James Buckle. I'm the Operations and Partnerships Manager for Learning Disabilities and Autism within Suffolk County Council. Cassius has been different for staff in that it has required us to have a bit of a culture change, because we were thinking previously about a more limited range of options that we would have for people. Cassius gives us a lot more that we can potentially offer, but that's been a challenge sometimes for staff to think differently. So that's been a big thing we've had to work with, but it's also been quite an exciting thing for staff. Staff have found that, the opportunity to be creative and to be a bit more innovative, they've found really exciting and something that they've really been able to get behind.
So in terms of outcomes from the service and the results that we're seeing, we've got really significant kind of financial metrics coming out in multiple millions, and it has completely surpassed our expectations. In terms of demand, we are continuing to grow, and again that has surpassed what we would expect to have been doing at this point in the service, and we're forecasting to continue to grow. And I guess most importantly for us is we know that people are really getting good value and good outcomes from the service. So people like to have their needs met through something potentially less intrusive or with more flexibility and choice and freedom they would from other types of care we might have to give them. We're helping people to stay at home for longer, we're keeping them out of hospital, we're getting them out of hospital quicker. All of these things are helping people to stay and live safe and well.
The impact for families is really beneficial. Cassius can really give them peace of mind. It can support them in their caring role and help them to avoid reaching that crisis point where they just can't cope anymore.
Cassius has helped us to support people by enabling them to be more independent. We're not making them reliant on another person all the time. By using technology, people are often able to meet their needs in ways that don't require somebody else to come in and do something for them. Cassius is really all about how we support people long term to not be reliant on services. It also supports us with our short-term enablement offer, where we maybe are putting in a person to do something for a short period of time, but where we have technology alongside that, it means that that could be towards a goal of complete independence.
So Suffolk's offer compared to other local authorities is very different, and what we know is that other local authorities are looking to emulate and replicate some of what we're doing in Suffolk with Cassius. So they're really keen to adopt a digital by default approach. They really want to look to leverage data in a way which gives people good outcomes and also gives them really good business benefits, particularly in the context of the environment we live in with reduced budgets, reduced capacity and increasing integration agenda. They see those as big drivers to get good economies of scale, and they can see the model in Suffolk and what we've delivered, and they want to replicate it.
My name's Amanda Tucker-Varasha. I'm the Principal Social Worker for Adults in Suffolk, and I also manage the Quality Assurance and Practice Development team. So the way in which we've embedded Cassius into our practice model is to look how it aligns to our ambitions in terms of how we practice. We use the science of safety model, which looks at primarily making sure that we harness the strength of people's naturally occurring networks. And what Cassius supports us to do, digital care supports us to do, is to enhance those relationships and connections that people have with their naturally occurring networks, and to support practitioners in terms of encouraging people to take up digital care, because it's very different to how we worked previously. So the aspects of Cassius that make me proud as an adult social care leader in Suffolk is mainly the outcomes that provides to people. So speaking to people who've had digital care implemented for them and hearing just what change it's made to their lives, I think that's the crucial element that I'm most proud of. I've spoken to people who've referred to Cassius as a game changer. So I think for me, it's just hearing about how it changes people's lives. Looking at what practice looks like now compared to when I first qualified several years ago. I've been in social care for 20 years, so digital care is quite new, I suppose, within my career. And remembering just how limited the options were to support people to remain in their own homes or to manage risk in a way that they can do more independently. I think I'm really proud of the fact that we can achieve that for people now, and also give those tools to practitioners to support people to achieve their goals.
So to other councils who are thinking of investing in a service like Cassius, I would say just do it. It works. Why wouldn't you?
If I was to talk to other councils about Cassius, what I would be saying is that technology, you know, it's a cliche, but technology is the future. It's no avoiding it, and the more you can get behind that and the more you can invest in that and the more you can kind of be ahead of the curve really in terms of what technology can bring to the lives of people with learning disabilities and autism or any other types of support need, the better. And Cassius really has helped us to do that and helped us to really think about it as a central part of what we do.
To other councils, I'd definitely say that a service like Cassius can not only help to support the people in your community, but your practitioners and your care market as well. It's had a really beneficial effect in Suffolk, and I think it can everywhere else as well.
What I would say to other councils who are thinking of investing in a service like Cassius is just go for it. It has given us so many benefits, particularly the outcomes for people. When I speak to people and their carers, asking them what the impact has been on them, they tell us that it's been a game changer. It really has enhanced their relationships with the people that they care for, or people with care and support needs have reported just how much more independent they feel, how much more reassured they feel. It's given people connections to be less isolated, and there's so many benefits to it. Safeguarding as well, so people feel more secure from different products. So I would say I think it's an integral element of what all local authorities should be providing.